So you look cleanly shaven. What's going on? You have a
Yeah.
date?
Hockey season is officially over.
Oh, because the Kings lost. Yeah.
Yeah, so my manly rugged beardness.
It wasn't
It
very.
had-
It wasn't very
was-
rugged.
It was rugged.
It was rugged.
It was pretty rugged.
I don't. Okay.
And now it's gone
Yeah, it is gone.
until next playoffs.
Do the girls like the rugged better?
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no, but I have not taken a poll yet.
All right.
Coming to you pre-K from the LA Mission College Studios in Los Angeles, California. This is the Best Coast Show. I'm your host, Albert Aguilera. That's my producer, Curtis Stage. Curtis, we're back with Dodger Nation.
We are.
The Dodgers have won 4 games in a row.
They have.
We have a winning streak.
Yes.
Granted, it was against the Padres.
Probably one of the worst teams in baseball.
We have to figure out a way to schedule the Padres into our weekly game.
We do play the Padres quite a bit this season, so I think
21, 22
yeah,
times.
I think we're going to win most of those games. Although they have some good young players. The Villanueva kid. Did you see that kid?
I did.
He's got
We
like
should trade
7
for him.
bombs. He plays third base. He's not a good defender though.
Not a good defender.
He's not yet a good defender. He is not Justin Turner at third base.
Or Max Muncy.
No, it's not Muncy. It's Muncy.
Muncy?
Yeah. Have you seen this kid?
Muncy?
He could be our next.
I'm just going to call him Maximus.
Yes. He could be our next superstar.
Is he going to be our 3rd consecutive Rookie of the Year?
I don't know.
Should we not even bring back Justin Turner? Should we trade Justin Turner? Should we get rid of Ginger Jesus?
I don't think that should happen.
Well, listen, all I'm saying is that the kid is slugging 1,000.
Yes.
OPS, 1,500.
Let's get into that in a second. Why don't you open
He's
the show?
hitting 400.
Why don't you open the
He's
show? I know
hitting
you're excited.
400. I'm
You're
excited. Dodger Nation, welcome back to another episode of the Best Coast Show. I'm Albert Aguilera. That's Curtis Stage. I'm getting hype over Maximus because...
Maximus. Okay.
Because he's going to be our 3rd consecutive Rookie of the Year.
Really?
I'm telling you right now.
Don't know how much playing time he's going to get once Justin Turner comes back.
This is one of those Tom Brady things where the quarterback in front of you gets hurt. In this case, it was Turner who got hurt, and then Forsythe who got hurt.
Yeah.
So now it's Maximus's turn, and he's shined bright.
How do you
he's
know
hitting
it's
400.
How do you know it's not Maximilian?
Or it could be Maxwell, but I'm going to call him Maximus.
He's pretty white. I don't think it's Maxwell. I'm just saying that's not usually.
I'm calling him Maximus.
Maximus, because Max doesn't really need a nickname. Everybody's got nicknames.
Max is a nickname.
Max is kind of.
So we're going to add a nickname to the nickname.
Yeah.
Maximus.
Fans,
are you not entertained?
I think fans are pretty excited. Again, it was against the Padres pitching that he had that home run and I think a double. He's got 1,000. Yeah, he's leading the team right now in hitting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's short, small, very small sample size.
Doesn't make your statement any less true.
But hey, he's hitting better than Logan Forsythe.
Who's on the DL?
Who's on the DL.
Did you hear how he came out and blamed Justin Turner's injury on his own injury?
What?
Yeah, he's like, me going through spring training and Justin Turner going down and going from second base to third base, my arm motion is different, so I throw out of my shoulder versus, I guess, my forearm.
Yes.
And he says that inadvertently dealt him his own injury.
It doesn't strike me. He doesn't.
Could
strike
that
me.
have been a comment that Logan Forsythe put out of frustration for the Dodgers starting the year 3-7? We're 8-9 now.
Yeah, 8-9.
8-9, almost
We're ahead
at 500.
of the Giants. We're ahead of the Giants.
Almost at 500.
Wait, so he's blaming Justin Turner not directly?
No, he's saying that Justin Turner's injury indirectly led to his injury.
I get it.
Because he then had to play third base.
Well, I mean, yeah. I don't know what to say about that, but it's actually a good thing right now he's injured because we've got
Maximus.
Max Muncy. Maximus. Okay, so so he took over the lead in hitting on our team. Who is leading the team in hitting, really?
Well, Yaz is leading the team from both sides of the plate.
Wow.
Slugging, hitting, hits, home runs.
We didn't see that coming.
No, I expected him to continue to hit home runs.
He is in a contract year, though.
But I did not expect him to be leading the team in any particular category.
No.
Maybe as, best switch hitter on the team, because he's, I think, the only switch hitter on the team.
He's not even leading the team in strikeouts.
He's not.
That's Chris Taylor, fans.
Chris Taylor, regression year?
He's only batting, what,
200.
208.
He's at the Mendoza line.
He's at 208.
Yeah, leads the team in strikeouts.
He's starting to heat up a little bit. Corey Seager's heating up, and fans are excited about that when Corey Seager starts heating up. Okay, wait, let's go back to Max Muncy just for a second, Maximus. Because did you see his bat drop after maybe that's our gif of the day is his bat drop.
Shh, don't give it away.
Oh, okay.
We're like 2 minutes into the show.
Okay, well, it's pretty epic. Did you see that?
No, I'm waiting to see it
on the thing. Okay.
GIF.
All right. Okay. Good. All right.
I was.
Okay. Yeah.
You're giving it away. Anyways, while Curtis was God knows where this weekend,
Hey, I was being a dad.
Something about, I got family things to do, so I can't help charity.
Yeah, my daughter's getting into UC Santa Barbara.
Your daughter's on a charity.
I'm her charity. She's getting into UC Santa Barbara.
Congratulations.
And I had to go. Yes, it's very nice. So we had to go to a whole thing out
You had
there.
to go to a student luncheon,
No,
emphasis on
It was
students.
a family luncheon.
Student luncheon.
It's like a kind of a family
Anyways,
welcome.
Dodger Nation, we did the 5th annual Left Field Pavilion Dodger Blogger Tournament. This is the plaque that we got because, as you can tell, we lost. It says runner-up. But as those of you who have been following the podcast know, every year, Curtis, what happens every year to us?
We come in third.
We come in third place. We lose to the eventual champs in the semifinals.
Yes.
This year, we lost to the eventual champs in the championship game.
So our bracket was better.
Our game was better. The Dewey Show came out. The guys from Dodger Reddit came out. It was...
And I was not there committing errors.
You weren't there committing errors. We had a pretty solid...
Really?
We had a pretty solid team.
Yeah.
And what I didn't know, and what the other teams didn't know, understand that I honestly didn't know this. So you have to have 2 girls minimum on the team, right? And they have to field. We only had 10 people on the team total, including 2 women.
Yeah.
So because several people bailed.
Yeah.
So the whole team played the whole game, every game.
Yeah.
And one of our girls, I didn't know this, was a D1 softball player.
Okay.
So she's like, oh, where can I play? And I was like, honestly, guys, I've only ever played with a couple of you, so everyone else, I guess, we can figure it out as we go along.
Yeah.
That's how we always do it.
Yeah.
So we have a better lineup game 2 and fielding game 2. Yeah. And she's like, I'll go to shortstop. And I said, by all means. And then I just threw it out there. I was like, guys, I'm not saying that you can't catch or anything, but if you can't, do yourself a favor and don't volunteer for a position that might get your face wrecked.
So you didn't know she was actually the best defender on the team?
Didn't know that. Didn't know that.
Could pick it at short.
Dude, she could hit too.
Yeah, probably better than me. I'm going to say way better than me.
She was, you know how like the girls come up to bat, so all the outfielders come up to that yellow line that they can't cross?
Yeah.
Ha! She made them pay for that.
Really?
Yep.
Some balls went over
her
heads?
She was constantly hitting it over their heads.
So they had to back up.
Oh, yeah.
And then she knows how to dump them in front of them, too, because that's what softball players do.
Yep.
How was your hitting? Because, you know.
The first, how many games? We played 6 games. The first 3 games, I didn't have any registered at bats because I kept walking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they had some bad pitching.
But I never scored until like game 3 because every time I would walk, or if I had to go in and run for somebody, I would end up getting out at third, either on a force play or something.
So we came in second. This is good.
Unfortunately.
So you're projecting next year we're on the...
It was a failure of a season.
Okay, good.
Failure of a season.
I'll be there next year. I had to do this year. I mean, you know, it's just the way it goes.
Terrible. I told you, don't get married, don't have kids, because then they ruin things. They ruin the softball tournament. We could have used your bat in the tournament.
My bat's pretty good. My fielding's not so great.
We could have gone extra runs.
Yeah.
But no.
Who played first base?
Some guy named Mark, who also went to college with me.
Okay. Was Mark pretty good?
Yeah, he was good.
Okay, good.
He had this really crazy Justin Turner, I'm sitting on a horse type of stance. I'm serious.
Okay.
It was great.
Nice. Okay. Let's get back to the Dodgers.
Wait. Dodger softball tournament.
Did John Suhu come out and take photos?
No. Okay, and here's what I told Mike. I'm like, Mike, you know why it's been incredibly difficult for me to help you get the press and the media out here? And why it's been incredibly difficult to fill these spots with my team? He's like, why is that? I'm like, because it's Jackie Robinson Day. And the game's at 1 o'clock, and all my reporter buddies are where? At the game.
That's right.
But then all my reporter buddies were like, yeah, it was Jackie Robinson Day, but it didn't feel like Jackie Robinson Day. Because apparently, like, his family was not in attendance, and it wasn't like, there was no like ceremony. There was no statue unveiling.
They usually have a ceremony.
Yeah, they usually make a really big deal out of it.
Well,
but
last year they had the big statue.
Right. But I guess this year his family wasn't even there.
I do like that picture that Matt Kemp took with the statue in the morning before
Matt Kemp's growing out his hair. Did you see that?
I love it.
Your hair could look that way if you grew it out a little more.
It could. So let's talk about Matt Kemp.
Who?
Matt Kemp.
Who's that?
He's our left fielder. He's third in the team in
hitting. Where's Tolles?
You do know that he's third in the team in hitting. Where's Andrew Tolles going to play?
In left field.
Where's Matt Kemp going to play?
On another team.
Are you
in a baseball city?
Are you giving up a Matt Kemp like 10 games into the season? What are we, 12 games into the season?
I don't know. We're 8 and 9, so that makes 17.
17 games into the season. You're already, but he's our third best hitting
I told you I'm not a Matt Kemp fan until he publicly apologizes for his comments.
Okay.
and doesn't try to backtrack on them and say, oh, you misquoted me, you misheard me. That's not what I meant. Nah, we know what you said.
I think most of the fans have re-embraced Matt Kemp. I think even Taylor from Dodgers Reddit. Taylor, have you re-embraced Matt Kemp? Has he?
Taylor is a fair weather fan.
Oh.
There, I said it. You
I
hear
don't
that,
know.
Taylor? Fair weather fan.
I don't think so. I don't think he is.
I'm just giving him.
Oh, you're doing that because the Kings.
Yeah, he was trying to. I'm like, I
I
don't even want to deal with his Vegas team.
Well, he lives in Vegas.
Doesn't matter.
He doesn't have a baseball team there, but he has a hockey team now, so you can't blame him. Taylor, I don't blame you for. I mean, I do.
I
You
blame him. He's
shouldn't
a
be
horrible
voting.
human.
But he was rooting for the Golden Knights. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? But he's
Which, by the way,
he's not Kings Reddit. He's Dodgers Reddit.
yeah, but I went out. I was at the Vegas games and I was at the games here in L.A. And the Las Vegas Knights would not sell seats to out-of-state people. So I could not purchase seats with my card because my cards are registered in the state of
So
California.
you had to get
So I
Taylor?
had to go through a client who then went through MGM that then got us tickets,
Okay.
which is a load of crap. And if you went to Staples during the games 3 and 4, a good 30-40% of the Staples Center was full of Vegas fans. Why? Because the Kings don't participate in shady business practices.
Yes. So great. So we got to talk about the Kings real quick.
I'd like to. It's upsetting.
Look, this is a Dodgers show, but I guess we can talk about the Kings getting
It's upsetting.
swept. Why did they
How do you get swept? Jonathan Quick has a save percentage of .947, and then 1.5 goals against, and he gets swept.
Well, if you don't score any goals, you're not going to win
I know,
any
it's
games.
terrible.
Yeah.
The refs weren't helping. People were getting tripped left and right.
Yes.
Doughty gets suspended for a hockey move.
That was ridiculous. That was terrible. There was a lot of violence in this series.
Kopitar kept getting hit with the butt of sticks to the face.
I know.
Best center on the planet, and you're
Many
not going to protect
times.
him because he's not on the Cinderella team? Terrible.
Yeah, it was a bad series for the Kings. But, I mean, you can't blame the refs, but they were not calling pretty obvious fouls. I mean,
It's upsetting.
That's going to...
I had to shave.
Yeah.
I
Well,
had to shave.
Okay. What does that have to do with
It's
it?
upsetting.
Okay. Normally, you don't shave this early.
It's true.
Yeah. Maybe you can start growing out for Dodgers by the time we get to November.
No,
you'll
I
have-
do my hair with the
you'll have
Dodgers.
a giant...
When I was in high school, I made the mistake of one day Eric Gagne blew a save, and I said, you know what? And by coincidence, I had cut my hair that day, and I said, I'm not going to cut my hair again until Eric Gagne blows us another save.
And
then he went on that run for like 18 months where he didn't blow a save. So I had like really long hair.
yeah, that was like a year and a half
Yeah.
of hair growth. Let's talk a little bit about
Another great pitcher in Dodger history,
who's that?
Pedro Baez.
Oh, you're back on the Baez bandwagon.
No, I've never been on the Baez bandwagon for or against. I've always been in favor of booing people who are not performing.
Yes, you have.
Pedro Baez last year, if you guys remember and saw the show last year, I would actively defend him
did.
because of his stats.
Yes.
Now, do I think Pedro Baez, when I spoke about him last year, was a lights-out pitcher in a clean inning? Absolutely.
Yes. In a dirty inning?
In a dirty inning? Absolutely not. He would be the last person I would want in a dirty inning. But he came in, and I believe he struck out four batters that he faced against the Padres.
It looked good.
And
it was the Padres.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
And as you pointed out, people did not boo.
No.
Why did they not boo?
Because he did his job.
And keep in mind, he's on the road, but San Diego is really like L.A. South.
It was like
Dodger
20,000
Stadium
Dodger
South.
fans. Yeah, it was 20,000 Dodger fans.
Because he did his job.
Yes.
That's why people didn't boo him.
Yeah. Do people understand that's the kind of fans that
I would have booed anyways, just to keep it going so he can embrace the hatred, and it becomes an inside joke in Los Angeles where he can go out there and throw 4 perfect innings, like just immaculate innings, and we still boo him. And then the stupid idiots on ESPN will be like, oh, the Dodger fans don't seem to know that the strikeouts are good.
yeah.
Can't stand them. Their broadcast is so terrible.
Well, we don't need
Hey, Curtis, let's show you everything but the game.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Yankees and Red Sox, even though the Dodgers and Giants are playing.
Yeah,
Let's cut to the booth so we can show you what we're eating.
Let's have your famous wife come into the booth and give you a kiss, and your kids come in and that kind of stuff.
Don't act like you don't like seeing J-Lo.
I didn't really care, to be honest.
But the game is on. Show me the game.
I know.
Wasn't
Kershaw pitching?
Game. I don't remember.
Okay. How about, the Dodgers, while we came out of the gate very slow, we have now, and our hitting was atrocious. So our pitching has been very good, actually. Starting pitching, has, had a few missteps, but for the most part, pitching's been really good, as usual.
Clayton Kershaw just surpassed Roger Clemens for most career games with 10-plus strikeouts and 0 walks.
That's amazing.
And, Roger Clemens is not some Joe Schmo. Roger Clemens is like steroid user extraordinaire who pitched for 20 years and had an amazing career.
And Clayton does not take steroids and surpassed him.
Exactly.
Says a lot about Clayton. We're third in hitting right now.
We finally cracked the top 10 in runs scored.
I mean, we are behind somehow we're behind the Braves and the Pirates in batting average. No idea
Well,
how.
since Chris Taylor's hitting 200.
Yeah, but we'd be number one if Chris Taylor was hitting better, is what you're saying.
No, it's because I think, like you mentioned, everyone started off cold, so I didn't believe that, Bellinger and Seager and, Turner not being here and everybody else basically hitting about $120.
Yeah.
For the first few games and then started to warm up, except for Grandal, who I believe now has an 8 or 9 game hitting streak and has been hitting above 350 the whole year.
The one concerning thing that we have is last year the Dodgers hit a lot of home runs. A lot of home runs. The launch angle was a big thing. This year, right now, so far, we are towards the bottom in home runs.
Doesn't matter as long as you win.
We're 11th in home. Well, we're just now starting winning, but we're 11th in home runs right now. We're way off our pace from last year. That's a little concerning that we're not, because this team is built on lifting the ball into the outfield. Is it Justin Turner that's making that difference?
That is a difference because Justin Turner in 18 games, I would guarantee you, would have at least 1 or 2 home runs. At least 1 or 2.
I'm guessing 5.
And at the same time, Justin Turner being in the lineup where he's usually batting third, he's protecting Seager, or he would be protecting Cody if he was batting fourth.
Yeah.
So there's also that because his bat is not in the lineup because he's also a guy that hits for average.
Yes.
His bat not being in the lineup does also affect the guys before and after him.
That's true. So, we're not getting the ball out of the park. That might be part of the slow start at Dodger Stadium, maybe. I don't know. So maybe that's starting to turn around. It takes a series against the San Diego Padres to kind of jumpstart the contagious hitting. Corey Seager actually yesterday said hitting's contagious, that this is – if a couple guys start hitting, they all start hitting.
Well,
How does that work?
It better get contagious. It's like when a bunch of women start to live together and all their menstrual cycles sync up.
Is that what it's like?
Haven't you ever noticed that when you're pitching really well, your hitting sucks, and when your hitting's doing really well, your pitching sucks?
I'd like you to say that thing to Chase Utley's face.
I will.
I'd like you to say that,
Mr. 957 on base percentage.
Well, he just hit the 200 mark in getting hit by pitch.
Oh, really? Good for him.
Yeah. He's 8th all time in getting hit by pitch.
Is it Craig Counsell who's number 1?
Probably, or Craig Biggio.
Biggio,
probably. Look,
is that a record you want?
If you're Chase Utley, you do.
I think so, because when he talks about it, he gets a little twinkle in his eye.
Well,
you can see that he's getting perky and aroused, and you're like, shh, put it away. There's kids here.
Well, doesn't he have that quote of when someone asked him, "Do you like getting hit by pitches?"
I don't hate it.
Yeah, I don't hate. Okay, so we got that's his deal. So he just hit the 200 mark. He's getting on base a lot. He's hitting the ball into the gaps. He's hitting really well. In fact, everybody's like, why are we, not us, but a lot of people were saying, why are we re-signing Chase Utley? He's
because
too
they're
old.
Fools.
He's whatever.
Because they're fools.
And he may not keep this up, but
well, I don't believe he'll keep it up, but you sign players like that, and I know veteran presence. I don't believe in veteran presence. I don't believe in that garbage.
You don't?
I don't.
I
believe
really
in that.
do.
I don't believe in that garbage.
Look what
at all.
Adrian Gonzalez is doing with the Mets right now.
Doesn't matter. I don't believe in that garbage. Here's the difference between veteran presence and players that are great that are veterans.
Yes.
Like Adrian Gonzalez, like Chase Utley. They have a track record of we've won before, we've been in this position before, we're mature, we have leadership skills. Not, he's been in the league for 12, 13, 14 years, so let's sign him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
I get that.
Like Kirk Gibson, right? Yeah. Why did the Dodgers sign Kirk Gibson? Because they needed rugged, tough leadership, right?
Yeah.
And then he beats up Jesse Orosco for putting eye black in his hat, and then Dodgers turned it around that year, and they won a World Series.
Yes.
And I think you bring back someone like Chase Utley because he is a player coach, and he is successful, and he has been a great athlete. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. He has the statistics for it. He's a World Series champion. It's like the guy has been around the block, and he's professional about what he does, and he sticks to what he does. And really, the only person that is, I think, stricter with their regimen than he is when Roy Halladay passed away, and he talked about how, he would run into Roy at 5:30 in the morning, and Roy was like covered in water, thinking he was fresh out of the shower. It's like, no, he already did his first workout.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah,
that's why we re-signed the Silver Fox.
Yes. Well, he rubs off on the other players.
It's true.
Matt Kemp can't come into this clubhouse with Silver Fox in there and act like a fool.
Exactly.
He's got to come in and he's got to bring it.
I'm sure he was like, okay, listen, Matt, come sit down. Sit down.
We'll have to ask George.
Yasiel. Ben Paca. I bet you Chase can speak some Spanish.
I'm sure.
And he sits him down and he says, listen, We need to win a World Series this year, and we're going to win it on your shoulders.
Yeah.
You need to be one body, one
Yes.
shoulder, second shoulder.
You think that's what he said?
I think that's exactly what Chase said.
I don't know if he even said anything. I think what he did is he stared at them with that
You know
stare
what?
that he's got.
I don't think.
And it just through like mind control.
I don't think he's a vocal leader. I think he's a leader by action.
Yes.
I don't know if he's a vocal leader.
Well, we're not in the clubhouse, but I'm guessing it's by action.
He doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that would say something. He strikes me as the kind of guy that would look over at you till you start acting appropriately.
Exactly. I think it's worked. I think it's really worked. We've seen big changes on this team in the last 3 years.
He got a new haircut.
He did.
He's got like that faux hawk going. You think Corey made him do that too?
Probably.
He's trying to be hip with the kids?
I mean, he's pushing 40. 40-year-olds don't wear that kind of hairstyle.
What was your hairstyle at 40?
It's same as this.
Same as that?
This is this hairstyle since I was 20.
Nice.
Well, no, I had long hair for a while. That was
In your punk rock days?
No, and then I did have spikier hair in the punk rock days.
Did you wear like denim vest with like spikes and studs on them?
No.
And have like bandanas clipped to your everything?
Did not do that.
With like the Misfits and all these other bands that.
No, I didn't go that far. Yeah.
So you weren't really punk.
Yeah, but I just didn't. I wasn't.
Did you dye your hair?
No.
Nose rings?
It's always black. No nose rings.
No.
Yeah.
So you weren't punk.
Well, not
like you wanted to be, but your mom wouldn't let you.
Yeah, pretty much. That was the kind of it. All right. What other Dodgers stats do we need to throw out there for our fans?
That's a good question. Let me see. 8-9. We're coming back home and
playing the Nationals. This should be a good series because we're going to get a preview of Bryce Harper
playing the outfield for us.
Yeah.
Who have you seen weighs like 30 pounds more and is jacked?
He
have
is
you seen
crushing
him?
the ball.
He hit one of those Sean Green broken bat home runs the other day.
There's a little suspect there.
And I'm not going to say it's suspect, but when I saw him, I believe he hit a double in that game too. And he got to second base. He stopped and flexed. And he stopped and he flexed,
He
right?
did not.
He did. And I was like, the dude looks yoked. Like he's always been in shape, right? Like you look at Mike Trout and he looks like a tank because he's like looks like a football player. He's in shape.
Yeah.
But Bryce Harper looked like, okay, bro, that uniform, did you get it like custom made tailored to you? Because you're wearing it like a suit. And you can see like your entire physique.
Maybe he went a little tighter this year with the uni instead of the baggy look that he's had in the last couple of years. He wants to show off.
Or maybe it is the baggy look, only he's gotten so much buffer.
Okay, I see that. That could be a possibility. Do you think
also
Bryce...
a contract year for him, is it not?
Yeah. Well, that's why we're talking about him being on the Dodgers next year.
Do you think the Nationals trade him?
No.
At the trade deadline?
Yeah, I think the Nationals think they're going to get him back.
So,
and I think they are the favorite to get him back.
Wouldn't they bust a Cliff Lee? And if he were such a National, wouldn't he bust a Cliff Lee? Get traded to the highest bidder only to re-sign with his team?
Oh, my God.
Chapman did that. Chapman left the Yankees. The Yankees loaded up on Cubs prospects, and then he won a World Series with the Cubs, and then he went right back to the Yankees.
This is clearly why no one's going to do that. No one's going to do that. The Dodgers won't do that. They're not going to trade a bunch of great prospects if they don't think they can re-sign him. They're too smart for that.
No, yeah, I don't think the Dodgers would trade prospects for him. The
Red Sox would do something stupid like that, but
they probably would. And I don't think that the Dodgers would trade for him anyway because it's a contract year.
Yeah.
If he had a year and a half left on his contract at the trade deadline, I think the Dodgers would trade the farm for Bryce Harper for a season and a half worth of Bryce Harper plus playoffs. Now, because he's going to be a free agent, like an actual clean free agent, the Dodgers are going to be like, listen, we've cleared up so much cap space.
Have they?
Yeah, we're under luxury tax now.
Well, yeah.
So it resets.
Yeah.
And what do you want?
Okay.
How do we get you? How do we get you? And
where's
how do
Matt Kemp going to play?
Matt Kemp's not important. How do we get?
I hope he doesn't see this episode.
I hope he does see it.
He's very important.
So he gets shamed into apologizing.
Okay.
How do we get Bryce Harper and Machado on the team?
What do we need Machado for? We've got Justin Turner.
Maximus.
We got Corey Seager.
Maximus.
And we got Maximus.
Well, Machado wants to play shortstop.
And we got Corey Seager.
Corey Seager
Move to second.
Can move to second or third because he knows he's not going to play short forever. And the Dodgers have already said this. He's got a very large body. He's not going to play short forever.
Yeah.
So you can make him play third base, and you could put Justin Turner at second, or you can put Justin Turner at first, and you can put
what?
Let me finish.
What?
Let me finish.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep the guys in the infield.
All right.
Because Justin Turner can also play first base.
Yes.
Like every other Dodger infielder.
Yes.
But you can put Machado at short. You can leave Turner at third. You can put
I'm confused.
Machado at short, Seager at second. You got Ginger Jesus at third.
Yes.
You leave Bellinger at first, or you could do something where who was this? I was talking to one of the guys during the blogger tournament, suggesting putting Bellinger in the outfield in left field.
No.
I don't like the idea of putting him in the outfield, but this guy suggested you put him in the outfield. You put Ginger Jesus at first base, and then you let Machado play short, and then you move Corey Seager either to second or third, and then Chris Taylor plays the opposite position.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that could happen. How are we going to re-sign Clayton Kershaw, who will probably opt out of his contract?
Oh, I think absolutely he will.
Well, he'd be dumb if he doesn't. That's just what athletes are. That's why they have contracts.
And they make more money.
And it's a business. Dodgers just raise their parking fees
for
again.
5 years. For 5 years, the Dodgers were about $100 million above the luxury tax.
Yes.
We, this year, got underneath. So that reset.
Okay.
So if we go over, we're going to pay a regular penalty, not the premium penalty. So the Dodgers can move money around again like they normally do, or pay players to go play somewhere else and pick up some of the tab like they oftentimes do. But you offer, and Machado's like, listen, I need to play shortstop. But if it gets to it and it's like, bro, you're going to play for an actual contender in beautiful weather, and we're going to give you $300 million, you're playing what we tell you to play.
That's true, but has he made any indication that he'd want to play on the West Coast?
No,
I've never heard that.
But here's the thing. He plays for Baltimore.
Yeah.
Baltimore's cheap.
Yeah,
My Baltimore Oriole friends hate the Baltimore Orioles.
Yes.
Why? Because our ownership is cheap and they won't re-sign players or go after big-name players.
He is the face of their franchise.
He is the face of their franchise. I mean, well, when Chris Davis was the face of their franchise, they gave him, I think, 8 years, $160, and they're all regretting it now because Chris Davis strikes out more than Matt Kemp and, like, Adam Dunn combined.
Yeah.
So I don't believe, I mean, in the open market, someone like Machado will command $250 plus.
Yeah. How do you do that with him and Bryce Harper?
It's a combo deal. That's when we start to assemble the super team like the NBA teams do.
Okay.
You get Justin Turner, and you get Kershaw, and you get, let's see, who else is this? And you get Chase Utley, and you put them on a plane, and you fly them to Vegas, because that's where Bryce Harper lives. He's from Vegas.
Sure.
And you tell Machado, hey, come join us for drinks, right?
Yeah.
And you just have a good old time in Las Vegas, and like the Blue Wedding, you leave the party with contract signed.
Nice. Yes. The Blue Wedding.
The Blue Wedding.
Nice.
That's Kenley Jensen's wedding.
All right, we'll see what happens. We're going to monitor all summer the Bryce Harper, but this is our first chance this weekend to see Bryce Harper this year at Dodger Stadium. It's going to be very exciting. I think Dodger fans are going to be loud.
Everybody show up and support him.
Yeah.
Everyone
Bryce.
Everybody show up in Dodger jerseys with Harper on the back.
Lakers fans did it with Paul George. They were cheering Paul George at the last couple of games. Because we need him. Well, that's another show, but it remains to be seen whether we need him. But anyway. All right, so what's our gift of the day?
Well, you already gave it away.
Oh, yeah.
Tell everybody what the gift of the day is.
I forgot already.
It's the Maximus.
Oh, the bat drop.
This is our rookie extraordinaire who's going to win the third consecutive Dodger Rookie of the Year award. What's his real name? Max
Muncy.
Muncy. Like the gangster?
No, not Muggsy. Muncy.
Muncy?
Yeah.
Maximus.
Muncy.
This is Maximus hitting his home run and laying the bat down.
Nice.
I like it.
Nice.
It's nice. All right, Dodger Nation, that's been our show. Don't forget to stalk us on Twitter at BestCoShow. Don't forget to follow us on the Instagram for all the behind-the-scenes action at BestCoShow as well. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You can catch the podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, really anywhere podcasts are heard. But that's been our show, and you have a good night.